Hey everybody, Scott here for the Helix channel. It's Wednesday and we are moving on with the tutorials this week on the Placatin Dirty, the Friedman amp model that's new to the Helix, newish. Today, the Fat Strat, or just Fat Strat. Very cool way of getting a jazzy tone using a Strat with the Placatin Dirty. You wanna? Alrighty, we are back at the Helix again. Now the difference is, now we're on snapshot number 2, Fat Strat, and the differences are between the Hot Funk, there's less compression, less gain on the compression, less gain on the drive, pulling back the drive, because I'm trying to get a completely clean sound on the neck pickup on the Strat, which there's a little more output on that particular pickup than when you run the in-betweens like I did yesterday for the funky kind of sound, except for part of it I ran with the neck pickup, but it definitely is hotter, so it's more important that you remove more drive and reduce the master. Keeping these 4 off still, and then also reducing the bias and the ripple. Bias mainly for the gain that it can add when you raise the bias for this particular amp model. Some amp models are different. The Who-Watt, when you crank it, the gain gets lower. So you've got to experiment with them and figure out what happens when you adjust the bias on them, because it can be different. I've made some adjustments to the IRs. I'm lowering the low cut so I can get some more bottom end, leaving the high cuts the same, leaving the level the same as well. The pitch is coming up a bit. I use the pitch shifter in place of chorus because I think it's a more unique sound. It's more subtle. It adds a more delicate modulation, and I just really like it. I am reducing less bottom end, but still some, because I don't want to have, you know, a completely bottom-endy sound, and the EQs are helping that. Removing some top end and some mid-range, and I'm doing that for both of the EQs, and the reverbs stayed basically the same, just with more mix from yesterday. And the same is going on here. For the most part, the EQ is the same, even though they do sound a little bit different because of the different IRs. That's why they're EQ'd slightly differently. On this one, I've reduced the low cut some more as well to get some more bottom end out of it. Here's the bottom amp. It's the same stuff really as the first one. No drive necessary on this one, and the other pitch. One in front of an amp, one in behind the amp. And it's got it creates a really cool sound. And to me, one of the best sounds ever in music was Pat Metheny's first solo album. The first Pat Metheny group album, I should call it, because he did something. I think he did New Chautauqua first, and then he did the Pat Metheny group album, and then he did American Garage. Both those 2 records are incredible. 2 of my all-time favorites, and love the guitar sounds. I'm not trying to mimic that sound with this, but I'm trying to get sort of a vibe like that with the Strat, which is kind of difficult because, you know, he uses humbuckers. So, would you like to hear it? There you go, everybody. More Placatin fun for you. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Another snapshot, that is, as part of the Placatin preset. I'll do another one on Friday, and then it will become the free set for the week. And you can download it from my website. Right there. For nothing. I'll let you know which IRs I used, or you can put whatever IRs you want in there. Man, it's up to you. Do what you like. I live by the words of Digital Underground. Just saying. So, I'll be back tomorrow. And until then, rock on.